I don't think Draven is good.
Jinx? Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking of Felios, actually, but Jinx with this type of setup, not the amount of peel that you'd like to have. I think ideally with a Jinx composition, right? Jinx Kench, Jinx Fresh is normally what we see. It's kind of the opposite approach where Vi and Taliyah are going to try and get a kill for you, and then you just pop off. And the amount of damage that the KT comp have is absolutely insane. A lot of team fighting power there as well with the Leona and the Rumble.
In terms of their damage capability in those team fights as the game comes along. But guys, we are ready. Let's hop into the Rift for game number 2.
Really, I know those two are really easy to grow. Basil is basically a weed when it comes to trying to not have it completely overtake your garden.
Yeah.
So that's a bit
It grows so well.
It really does. I don't know if you could do cilantro.
Because they come in like bite-sized, you know? You just kind of pick them up.
You can just cut the thing.
Yeah, but you don't have to cut if they're tater tots. Meanwhile, in the top lane, perfect. Uh-oh, he's just going to burn down. That is first blood. Going over to Zeus in the Skarner versus Rumble matchup.
Seen this before. Skarner can be deceptively strong if you let him. So the big thing here is Zeus plays really well around his level lead. So hits level 3 is going to be up a skill compared to Perfect, and then Perfect just KT pick up the first cut and should be able to just get all 3 grubs here with the protection given. It's a nice win for them.
Yeah, feels very good. We've seen BDD trying to hit seismic shoves against Faker, and it's just not happening. I don't know. He's not able to hit it. Faker's dodging a lot of them. Yeah, it's a pretty balanced matchup. But at the end of all things, kind of funny we land on Azir versus Taliyah once again. Kind of makes sense for this matchup, Faker versus BDD. As Pyosik is going to find an owner in the jungle. I don't know if he's going to commit to that. As the choppers come down, that's that combo you were talking about. Guma's level 6, though, and pops a Zeri ult. So that's going to be a 1 trade, actually, for the T1 bot lane, even though the engage came from KT's. Hide on push.
Might have to, as they are coming in.
Do they not see them? I mean, this is going to be really big. They get the kill on Aguma for sure. And they're going to hand it over to Deft as well. So the Jinx already starting off excellently here.
Yeah, I like this read. Because they know Deft really wants the back, because I'm sure he's sitting on a ton of gold.
Yeah.
And then with the Faker TP, they're basically saying, we're going to trick the dragon now.
Faker's just going on in, wants to take a 1v1. He has Owner coming over as well. BDD in a bit of trouble, does flash, still dies. His Owner takes him down. And the 2v1 is set up there in mid. Nice little play from Faker to get them ahead, and that should be another dragon going to T1.
Oh, wow. Double TPs.
No TP, and Carry is just going to charm everybody up. The Zeri, nice angle, but they do just press the R button on him, and Guma just burning to a crisp as the Drake. We were right, it does go the way of T1, but a big fight potentially. Over to the side of KT is the Impale here. Zeus just trying to peel for the team. Carry decides, well, I'm dead too. He's going to go down. As Faker just going to flash the wall, trying to survive here. T1 getting the Drake, but it is a huge fight for KT.
Kind of forced towards these dragons. And we'll see. KT, they're going to continuously try and accelerate us. Oh my god!
You think they care? You think they care about the Viego? No, it's just a dead Faker. And they use a lot to get him, but it's a kill. And it's tempo. And it's trying to really utilize every piece of their kit that they have in this composition.
We gotta see what happens. Thus far, the 5v5 we had, that was amazing. They gotta keep that up.
Oh, going for Deft here, and you know what? I mean, there's the Impale just barely out of range. They get a TP though, and a flash, and a cleanse out of Deft.
Create as much chaos as possible, and keep him in this corridor where the Equalizer can do a whole lot.
So Barrel's gonna go in. The TP immediately channeled here as a lot is used to try to get on top of Owner, but he just gets away with his ult, and now it's a 5v5 without Equalizer, without the Solar Flare, as now Faker's coming in. Carrier also gonna proc that ultimate. Zeri over the wall here, but a lot of low health bars on the side of T1, and now getting into that backline is perfect, doing so much damage, and now Faker and Guma have no front line anymore, as everybody just died outside of those two. They have to back away, and KT get the Drake.
We'll see if they're able to pull it off. There's no jungler, but there is a lot of damage, and oh, this is very early.
It is very early, and Guma's gonna try to poke them down. Karya and Faker also coming over the TP as well.
God.
From Zeus, this is getting so spicy. Pyosik, though, is able to get the objective. Should be at least 2 kills to the side of T1 as they take down both Pyosik and Barrel. But Karya looking for a bit more. BDD
it doesn't feel like T1 are getting any of the fights that they're looking for. And now we're getting to the point where before I'm like, if Def dies, you know, I think KT might be in trouble. That's not the case. Like, BDD, Def, and Perfect all are perfectly capable of just 1v9ing a team fight.
Well, they're trying to go on a Zeus. They're trying to test my theory, and you know what? I think it's going to work, especially with the Talia wall. They can pick anyone on the side of T1. And Faker, you know, he's doing his thing over on the left side of the map here. He's trying to trade an inner turret, and he might just be able to. Only 14 seconds left on the Red Bull Baron power play, but KT are going to utilize that last little smidgen of it, and they should be able to take this inhibitor. And look for more. Actually, they're going to force the TP out of Faker.
Deft is excited.
They will get it. But now at least Guma is down to Flash.
We'll see if that's enough. Didn't use the equalizer, crucially. That's the cooldown we got to be looking out for is Perfect.
Yeah, the wall is good. Zeus isolated once again. We're fighting over a singular Chemtech Drake as the Impale. This time pretty good, but the follow-up is not there. Finally, Keria gets in, but look at the damage already as Faker goes in. They take out the Jinx, but now the Rumble is just melting everyone. As he is full health, Guma desperate to try to do something, but it's not gonna matter. You talked about it, Chronic. There's so many threats on this KT roster. From this far ahead, they will absolutely destroy you, and that might just be the end of the game.
And the telecom war delivers, Feldes, as we're about to go to a game number 3. KT got control in the early game in game 1 and then weren't able to close it out. And when Perfect died, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
That's not what you want to see, but he bounces back. Bioshik on the Vi has an incredible performance. BDD's walls were great. And we're going to game number 3.
I'm glad that we have KT back at the LCK because we were missing them for a while. Perfect eats first blood, does double the damage of almost everybody on the side of T1. Gumayusi